All right, hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here, and this is like one of the first videos in a long time that I'm on the camera. So let me get used to it. As you can see, I'm actually holding a mic in front of me because I'm so used to doing that. And I tried doing the video before, not holding the mic, and I felt naked. So I had to get in front of my mic again because that's what I do. Every day I get on the radio in the morning and I broadcast live my trading and commentate on the market. And basically, that's my life. It's been my life probably since 2007 on the radio here, Day Trading Radio. That's when I kind of brought it together and brought it to life down in Florida. I moved up here, and that was one of my first videos I actually put out. So if you go back to YouTube, my first original video is me walking into a room with a bunch of books and throwing these books away one by one. Because at that point, I started trading in 92, I started learning how to trade. My first trade was AOL, and from that point on, it was just, I knew I loved trading, and I was always going to be a trader. So all my goals, the seed was planted. It didn't matter what I was doing. I knew eventually I would quit my job and trade. And you might have that seed inside of you, and you'll know it because every day you'll go to work and you'll feel that grow inside of you and say, man, I don't want to do this. I want to be my own boss. I want to see if I can make it in the markets, and it's not that easy. I mean, remember, I started in '96, and over that time, I had to learn the ropes. I blew up my account probably 3 times in total. Right off the 2 weeks into when I quit my job, 2 weeks into it, I blew up my account. I was not blow it up enough where I had to get the job back, but I got so scared that I was just freaking out and I didn't want to trade, because that was what I was living on and trading on. But then I had some good trades, and things took off, and I ended up moving down to Florida, and I was living my dream before I was like 30 years old, or around then. I was living on the beach, and I was a day trader, and that's what I knew. But I didn't know anything growing up. I didn't have that education. I learned as I was going on. So that was the rough part. Looking back at it, I guess at one point, things started you start to, I guess you call it a learning curve. In the beginning you could get lucky as a trader. It's probably the worst thing for you. Probably the best thing for you is to get the feeling that, this is a hard thing. I need to buckle down, because a lot of people don't buckle down and trade. They think you go down there, you sit in front of the computer, and it's like an arcade game or going into a casino, and you have that button, and all you have to do is push that button. You could be making money in a second, or you could be losing money in a second. But is there a technique or a method behind it? And that's what I had to develop over years before I really became successful, where I know now I could look at the market and I could go in there and say, today I can make money. All I have to do is wait for a couple setups, and I have the patience and I have the discipline to do that. But in the beginning, I didn't. I was that was the hard part of this. The patience and discipline and being a cowboy in the markets. It was fun. It was exciting. You made a lot of money, but like Jimmy Buffett said, I made $1 million and I pissed it all away. You go through your ups and downs in the market. All right, so fast forward through all those trials and what is it called? Whatever. I'm not going to butcher that word. So it brings me to this point. It's 2019. The radio show is doing great. Over the years, I've developed a methodology called the high probability setups, and even that methodology has been trimmed to a point where I feel the hardest part of trading, is not trading, but it's the mental aspect of trading, the fear and the greed, the confidence. It's trading. I use analogies to describe trading, like baseball and fishing and poker and gambling, things where you have to be those experts that are going up against something that's kind of chancy. Gambling is just a luck of the draw, right? But there is odds in gambling. Fishing, you got to be at the, how do you even know what you're doing? But you got to be at the right time, the right place, you got to be where the fish are. Try to relate trading to something that you're passionate about, and then look at the experts in that field and say, what are they doing to be experts at what they're doing? And I'm sure there's a technique and stuff that they're using, but it's very similar to the techniques you will use in trading. So those techniques have taken years to figure out. And, it's whittling down something until you find something really, really worth holding on to. And that's what I have, and that's what I try to teach every day. So I think over the years, I have thousands of videos out on YouTube, but they're real technical videos, very technical videos. And I've gotten a lot of feedback recently that my videos sometimes are too technical. When people are trying to learn this, I'm jumping right in. I'm talking about the stochastic divergence setup and trend lines where they don't even know how to open up an account, or what a trend line is, or what anything is. I do have some basic videos out there, but at this point in my trading, where I find that our setups are so good, it's a perfect spot to actually go back and redefine how we do everything, get us to a point where you're actually opening up your account and you're starting off with a very small amount. The method I'm going to teach you during this series is basically just maybe two trade setups, and with those 2 trade setups, and I'm going to do it myself with you. So we're going to do it together. You're going to open up an account under $5,000, all right, and we're going to be trading about $1,000 of capital a day, give or take. And with that, with that $1,000 of capital we're going to be trading, I'm not going to get into the definitions yet. We'll go into that as we approach them. I don't want to confuse anybody starting off. But we're going to make, a few $100 a week. I'm going to put it in layman's terms with just say $1,000, just to put it out there. And you could scale it up on your own level. But just to picture this, lowest level, you're trading with $1,000. We're going to look to be making about $300 a week on $1,000. All right. But it's not the easiest thing in the world. You have to pay attention. You have to develop your discipline and your patience. I will show you the path step by step, and I'm excited to do that. I will do that and kind of answer anybody's questions in this video series. Kind of take care. Right now, I don't know if you heard that on my computer, but my computer just took a trade here. We have a bot. I have a bot that when I'm so passionate about a couple of these setups that I don't want to miss them, so I programmed it into a trading bot, and that trading bot now will take those trades for me and actually execute those, or at least let me know when those levels are. And we just had one right now. I don't know if you got to hear that on the computer that I'm broadcasting on, but in the back here you can see a lot of my computers, and here's the mic I broadcast on. This is the mic right here. This is not the mic. This is the mic. This is the real deal mic. Look at this. That's cool. That's a nice mic. Day Trading Radio on the air. And down here are some of my big screens, and behind us some other screens, and over here there's some other screens. And then I'm going to be using this board over here soon, over there, to kind of show you some examples of things. So I got it all planned out for you. I'm excited to bring this to you. I really am. Hope you could bear with me. I'm not the best on-camera person, but I do have a lot to share, and I think if you actually follow these steps, I'm going to point, kind of publish and videotape and kind of explain and teach to you over the next couple weeks. And if you're very serious about trading, I think you can start with a very small account, and you're going to be able to, remember, you have to be taught the right way. There's a saying I heard once, I don't know who said it, but practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So I could teach you to trade. Anybody could teach you how to buy and sell. But I want to break it down even further. I want to give you exact levels to trade, exact levels, and show you how to find those. And then taking just, again, a minimum amount of money. It takes, I'm going to explain how to open out that broker. I'll do that in the next video. We'll start off at the basics. Just opening up the broker, how to fund your account. Actually downloading, here's something for it. Go to any broker that offers an ES contract, which is an S&P E-mini contract, and they give you a margin of $500 to buy that contract. That's what we're going to be dealing with. Now, there's a few out there. There's Ninja Trader. There's, I believe, Infinity futures. There's Apex futures. There's some futures brokers out there that will give you that margin. And we have a very safe, everything is done safely, because every technique that you will learn has a set stop that's usually a very tight stop, under 1 to 2% on each trade. So it's, you're going to be fine just starting off basic with a small account. Once you learn how to grow that, then you could, that's just going to build on itself. You're going to see. It's about installing the proper techniques, developing the discipline, and developing the patience. And that's what I try to do every single day, just kind of show by example what we're doing. Like right now, there's a trade going on. I should drop. Let me take a look at what's going on. It's a good divergence. It's something that we trade, and I'll probably have to get on the mic here soon and start trading again, because it's I'm looking forward to doing that. And that's something that you're going to learn to do. So anyway, I just want to introduce that. I'm back on the camera. Don't mind the Ferrari hat. I don't have a Ferrari. It's just covering my awful hair. And I want to work on some stuff right now. I'm going to put out another video. I want to get this thing going. And I just want to introduce myself, DayTraderRockStar. And I broadcast live every day on DayTradingRadio.com. So go to DayTradingRadio.com from 9 o'clock in the morning, give or take a half an hour. I'm usually there about 8 to 8:30 till about 4 o'clock, which tonight I'm going to be out here until 11 o'clock trading. Because, when we see these trades, I call them the $50 trades. Imagine finding a setup that's so good that 8 out of 10 times it pays off, and you're making $50 to $75 a trade. It's like, I always call it the $50 trade. It's like walking down the road. Would you pick up a $50 bill? Yes, you would. Every single time, right? So this is what we're looking for on these trades. Very small amounts, but very high probability trades. Very high probability trades. Something like a professional gambler would go in and sit at a blackjack table and only bet when the dealer has a bus card. And you have to know a little bit about gambling to understand what I'm talking about. But it puts the favor in the hand of the player. So that's what we know. We know how to identify that. We know how to execute on that. You're probably going to hear my bot just take profits on that in a second, as I see moving up here. I don't know if you could see it. If I turn this all the way around, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let me turn this around now. It's computer looking at computer. This is true artificial intelligence. All right. Oh, it just took its profit. I don't know if you heard that, but it got in right there. I don't think you could tell. This is too hard to see. Believe me, that was another $75 trade right there. All right, so let me fix the camera now. Let's get working, right? I'll be right back with the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hey, push the subscribe button. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You don't want to miss these upcoming videos, so push the subscribe button. And, all right, I'll talk to you next video.